and welcome back to my channel. My name is Davidson Abishegam, and today we're going to talk about the last episode, the fourth C in this short series on mastering business writing for beginners. Let's begin. Now, the fourth C in business writing is called being correct. Now, while being correct is a massive area in business writing which requires us to dissect the entire English language, today we're not going to do that. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to show you 4 practical tips that you can immediately apply to your writing to improve your business writing. Tip number 1 is spelling. Now, it is very common for many of us to make spelling mistakes or typographical errors when we write. So always ensure that you have a dictionary, or you can use your built-in dictionary in Microsoft Word to ensure that your spelling is always correct. Now, another tip that you could always ensure here within spelling is to make a quick distinct difference between American spelling and British spelling. Now, there's really no right or wrong whether you decide to use the American spellings or British spellings, but what I would urge you is to ensure that you are consistent. So if you are going to be writing words or spelling words in the British, using British English, then ensure it's consistent throughout your document. Now, it's also very common that many of us have commonly misused words that we use wrongly when we write. All you need to do here is to ensure that you send this document to another pair of eyes, to your colleagues, to your mentor, to your supervisor, to go through this document to let you know if any of these words appear incorrect. And that is the only way you are going to improve your spelling and the commonly misused words that you use in your document, to make sure that we do not use this or make this mistake in our subsequent writings. Tip number 2 is grammar. Now, in order to improve your grammar in your business writing, one has to read. If you read, your grammar will improve as you read more. And of course, let's not forget that you also have to write, which means you have to make your mistakes. Now, when you make these mistakes and when you learn from these mistakes through your mentors, right, your grammar will also improve. You cannot expect to have your document 100% grammar or error-free from the beginning. You have to continue writing, and as you continue writing, take note of the grammatical errors that you have made and ensure that you can fix this as you go along. Tip number 3, use practical language when you write. Now, this simply means that in business writing, try to utilize plain language or plain English whenever you write. Now, I know that when you write, many of us tend to use a lot of figure of speech, even when we speak. Figure of speech, which includes things like your similes and your metaphors, right? Try to not use them when you write. Now, if you are doing poetic type of writing, or if you're writing a novel, I would understand. But in business writing, you want to do away with figures of speech. Stick to plain business language. Now, the fourth and final tip that we'd like to talk about today is using inclusive language. Now, what does inclusive language mean? Now, inclusive language simply means that the writer is not biased or does not use terms or words that show that he is being stereotypical in any way. Now, some examples of documents I've seen that, and words that I've seen that we still use today, are like words, covers words like chairman, salesman, policeman, mankind, and these are terms that are not, in today's writing, they are not politically correct. So ensure that when you write, you want to make sure that your writing is politically correct and not biased in any way. So this concludes our 4-part series on mastering business writing for beginners. Now, I hope you have enjoyed these 4 videos in this short series. And if you have enjoyed them, please do subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in my next videos.